Hi. As all of us know, after beginner comes bronze, of course. I will check every level in the first half of the bronze tier and see if they fit in, just like I did with the beginner tier of the GDDP. The difference is that these levels are harder and that I will give these levels seals of approval, removal, or removal, which I think speak for themselves. Is this tier better than the beginner tier? That's a pretty high bar to clear. I will tell you once we get through all of these. Let's just start and look at a Ratchet and Clank weapon first. Mr. Zircon. This is a higher end easy demon, and considering that they want you to be able to transition pretty smoothly from the end of the beginner tier to the beginning of the bronze tier, I think this level serves a very good purpose. This is a flow level, and a good one at that. Considering how many flow levels there are nowadays, this fits right into the GDDP, despite it looking about as generic as a YouTuber asking for subscribers. This gets my seal of approval. That was a very positive section of this review, wasn't it? Anyway, this level is a mess. Some parts flow very well together, and some parts are this dual wave click. Or even better, this blind ship transition that barely works. The sync in this level is really good and all, but I just don't like this level at all, especially not as a GDDP entry. It's just that there are so many awkward parts and weird transitions and difficult clicks that as an introduction to this tier just don't work that well. This level gets my seal of removal, and I would replace it with something like MANIX by Manix, the visible one, because it does what this level tries to do, but succeeds in it far better. On top of that, it has red dart gameplay. This level is actually pretty cool. It's exclusively wave, which might sound like a death sentence, but it really isn't in this case. Besides this ending, this entire level works very well together. This has some really funky looking designs with a lot of fake spikes everywhere. This level has cool theming with some genuinely really cool gameplay on the side of it. The only real issue I had with this level is that this ending is really annoying. It's so bad. Like, bro, let me do my swag clicks. You ruined my fun, my day, my marriage, and now they took my wife in the divorce, for fuck's sake. Besides me being single, this level is very good. This gets my seal of approval, but just barely. As some would say, this level really does hover between hell and heaven. This one is around as old as you, so around 7 to 8 years old by now. This level looks like shit, which makes sense because it's ancient. The biggest issue with this level is that they lied. This can't be the best level in the game. We already have Eker Hacker version 2 for that spot. That level is far superior. Either way, there is one glaring issue with this level, and that's the old ass memory aspect. Whether you like it or not, this level features a lot of memory, which to me that's fine and all, but that doesn't make this level instantly great, which I know is very unlike me, but still. That all being said, it still gets my seal of approval because there really does need to be an older level in this part of the tier, and of all of the hundreds of choices, I think this is actually one of the better ones that they could have gone with. Still, I wouldn't be mad if Eker Hacker version 2 replaced it, but those two levels are really deadlocked in this case. Main level, so it fits. I know I said otherwise last time, but apparently people skip the main levels often nowadays, which you should never do, by the way. Even though I do think deadlocked is the one exception to this rule, I do think you should come back eventually and do deadlocked still. This one gets my seal of approval because beating the main levels is actually very important, and even if it's the least necessary of the main levels, that doesn't say much. The main levels really are my nemesis, aren't they? No, not the iconic one, the one with the wave part. There you go, this one. I mentioned this level last time, so I won't go into much detail here. This one gets my seal of removal because I think it should swap with Chaos Impact in the previous tier. Both are very hard wave-based easy demons, but this one is like a lot less difficult. And if this doesn't happen, I worry for the collapse of the bronze tier. This level goes kinda hard, not gonna lie. This is one of the most unique levels in the bronze tier, with it being slightly janky, like most easy demons around this time were. This has a vibe that I just really liked. I guess you could say this is a timing level, but I don't think this level fits very well into any of the skill sets. Overall, I think this level is just pretty good and fits into this tier pretty well. This gets my seal of approval because of the gameplay flowing very well and because it feels like a very unique level, unlike a lot of the levels in the beginner tier, sadly. Thankfully, this level doesn't exhaust any scarlet smoke, which is good for the environment. This is absolutely not my thing. That being said, I really don't know how to judge this level because it's so infuriating to learn, especially for somebody like me who's far above this skill range. I actually have no clue whether it fits here or not because I couldn't really find a better replacement for it, yet there still needs to be some kind of learny level in the bronze tier in my opinion. I guess I'll give this a very reluctant seal of approval, but I still don't like this level. If I were to find a good replacement, this would go from a seal of approval to a seal of removal, by the way. That's probably a good thing though, otherwise we would have a mechanical showdown about it. This This is hands down one of my least favorite levels in this entire game. Not going to lie. Back when I first beat this, it was probably my least favorite medium demon I'd ever been. Mostly because of this god fucking awful UFO part around 30% of the level. Like, bro, the consistency on this part was just not there. It was like Jello. It just flopped all over the place without you knowing why. Unlike Jello, this level isn't even sweet. I think it's very poorly balanced at that. The duel in this level, even though it's not very much for me, it is pretty decently made, I have to say. Putting all of that aside, I do get why this level is in here, especially because it's a gauntlet level, and most of the gauntlet demons, I think, should have some kind of representation in the GDDP, whether that be through a tier or a bonus pack, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't think this should be removed from the tier, even though I fucking hate this level. So it does get my seal of approval once again, even though I feel slightly less system split about it this time. This truly is the level of all time. Epic. It has fake 2.0 monsters, so it has to be good, right? Yeah, it's alright. I myself, I got frustrated with it, but that's because I sucked ass. I very much had a lot more trouble with this level than I probably should have had. Still though, there were some parts in this level I genuinely did not like, such as this part where you have to go in between these two letters as the ship. It feels like you're trying to write an English essay, but then forgot that you wrote the word speaking with two E's instead of an E and an A, so you have to like cram the A in between them. Like, it feels awkward, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. The rest of this level, I don't really have that much of an issue with, besides me having skill issue. So I think, despite it being a bit janky here and there, I'm still going to give it my seal of approval. Wow, we have not that many replacements yet. That's a good sign that Space Meow will be good, right? This is an easy demon, which makes it feel a bit strange to be here. Besides that the level kinda sucks, it's old and outdated, which you can see if you look very closely by how absolutely god fucking awful this level looks. The thing that confused me here more than anything is the fact that it's an easy demon around the midway point of the GDDP Bronze tier, which, like, it's almost all medium demons. Why is there all of a sudden just this higher end easy demon crammed in the middle of it? It doesn't feel correct. Yes, I know this is borderline between easy and medium demon, especially because of how old and outdated the level feels to play, but still, I don't think this level fits very well. I'm not gonna lie. I give this my seal of removal. This is mostly because the level just doesn't feel correctly placed to me. And besides, we actually have a good medium demon to replace it with that isn't in here already. Something like B, for example, because come on, it's B. It's already surprising to me that that level isn't in here yet. I would not want to insert coin into this level though. I don't know, I was really struggling with this one. What the fuck am I supposed to do with insert coin? This is a classic memory level, which is pretty sick to see here, to be completely honest. For a memory level pick around this difficulty range, there are plenty. Like, there are so many good picks. So deciding on a classic does still make sense to me here. Besides, this level has some very tacky art that looks very funny for no reason at all. They do fit the music, but come on, they are a bit cheesy. You can't even deny that. Though it doesn't bother me, I thought I'd mention that. And on top of that, it's a memory level, so do keep that in mind if you go for this. Overall, of course, this gets my seal of approval. It's a classic, it's memory, it's funny. Why not? That's all I want in a level. That was actually really good. I would even say that this was even better than the first half of the beginner tier was, which is impressive because I didn't have many complaints there either. Is this great consistency going to keep up into the second half of the bronze tier? Well, that's for next time.